Hi everyone, how are you doing today? Um, so welcome to my channel. Just a quick one before I retire for the day. So I've been trying to address this question that I often get when I tell people that I was diagnosed with breast cancer and that I'm a survivor. And a lot of people ask me, especially women, they ask me, how did you find out? I found out myself. It wasn't, um, it wasn't found by my doctor. I found it out myself through self-examination. Um, I make it a point of duty to always examine myself. I'm very conscious about my body, and I make sure that I always check myself, especially after every monthly period. I just go ahead and pat myself in a circular motion with my three fingers around my breast and just make sure that I um, check myself. So it's very important to always check yourself, know your body, just in case if anything happened. That way you're able to find out in time and you'll be like, okay, this is not normal, this is not my body, this is not how I usually feel. Even though I didn't experience any symptoms, I didn't experience any pain, it was just the lump that I found. And how I found it, I don't know, but it's just a miracle because I found a very tiny lump, which made me very concerned. And this was, I think, when I was taking my shower, is when I was patting, and I patted my right breast real deep, and I know I felt something that seemed like a little tiny lump, but somehow I wasn't sure if it's because sometimes when I'm on my period, sometimes, as women, our breasts tend to be very tender and kind of a little bit heavy. And during my two pregnancies, I felt that way. So usually during my period, I start feeling so heavy on my breasts. So that was the same way. I was thinking maybe it's from, the heaviness during my period. And after 2 weeks or so, I noticed that the lump was still there, and I was like, something is definitely wrong. And every time and then I would go and check to see if that lump was there, just to be sure if I knew what I felt. And after I discovered that that has been there for over 4 weeks, I went ahead and scheduled an appointment to see my primary care provider. And when I got to that appointment, after my normal physical, I remember she actually, it's part of your physical that she's going to do like a basic examination of the breast, which she did. And I told her I felt a lump in my breast, and I think you might want to check it properly. And she said, oh, I don't feel anything. I had to literally hold on to her hand, and I, pointed the exact place where I felt the lump. And she asked me a few questions like, if I have kids and if I breastfed my kids, which I did tell her that I breastfed my kids, and I didn't have problem breastfeeding my kids. And then she was like, how old are you? She, of course, she knew I was less than 40. And she was like, okay, well, I'll just go ahead and refer you to, she referred me to a breast surgeon, I guess. I wouldn't say, I don't know if she's an oncology doctor, but I know she does surgery, okay? And she's more focused on, breast. So I went to see her. Is an older doctor. And, she told me she was very experienced, any issue that has to do with breast, okay? And then When I went in there, prior to the main doctor coming in, I remember, I think it was her resident doctor actually came in and asked me the reason why I was there, and I told her I did experience a lump on my breast, and she said okay. And she asked me the same question my primary care provider asked me, and she went ahead to examine my both breast, and she said it was fine, and that we would just wait for the main doctor to come in. And fast forward to when the main doctor came in, like I said, she's a older woman, and I think she's been practicing for over 40 years or more. And I remember her coming in and asking the same questions, and she self-examined me, and she pressed on it, and she was like, I don't think it's something serious. I remember that was what she said. She said it wasn't something serious. And I took a deep breath, and I was like, okay. And she's like, well, I'm just going to go ahead and refer you for mammogram, because I definitely need a referral, especially with the fact that I'm less than 40, to be able to do the mammogram. And I think even when you're 40, like you have to get like a referral before you go for the mammogram. So that was how I went for my first mammogram appointment. I don't know, for some reason why it took a little bit more than 3 weeks for me to get an appointment. I think a lot of the a lot of the branches or so of that same hospital was kind of fully booked. So I had to wait till I think about January the next year. And I went for my first mammogram appointment. It wasn't it wasn't an easy appointment. I mean, it wasn't an easy procedure. It was my first time, but with my experience that day, oh my goodness, it wasn't fun. But I'm going to discuss more about that, and how I did my mammogram, and fast forward to how we did the biopsy. Okay. But one thing I'm going to say is that women, don't be scared. Or I noticed that a lot of the people that were asking me this, how did you find out? And when I told them I found out myself, I noticed that a lot of women are it's very uncomfortable for them to touch themselves. But I would tell you that nobody can know your body the way you do know yourself. Okay, when something is abnormal on your body or on your whole system, you should be the first person to know that, and that's what would actually make you go see the doctor earlier than later. So be your own advocate. Okay, advocate for yourself, advocate for your body. Anytime that you notice anything that is abnormal in your body, please don't second guess yourself. Go to your doctor. They should check themselves, and then if they say everything is okay, then you've done what you need to do. And sometimes if you go to see the doctor and they tell you everything is okay, sometimes just go ahead and book another appointment with another doctor, just to get like a second opinion. I will tell you all later on, how I didn't, finish everything that had to do with my treatment with the first doctor I saw. I went ahead and, I sought for a second opinion, and I moved, I forged ahead with everything that has to do with my treatment with another doctor. So always, always, always advocate for yourself. When you notice something is abnormal, please, 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 I'm not going to stop emphasizing on this. Don't be shy. Touch yourself and, find out if everything is okay. Please, especially in this time where everybody's, I don't know what's going on, but a lot of younger people, less than 40, have breast cancer. I have a support group where I joined, and I've seen a bunch of young ladies just like me that are less than 40 that are being diagnosed with breast cancer. Some of them are even stage 4. So always, 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 please self-examine yourself. And if you notice anything, please, 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 go ahead and see your doctor. Don't wait till later, where you go to the hospital and then they tell you that it's too late, or it's like a stage 4, or it has progressed to every other part of your body, like your abdomen or to your neck or to wherever. Don't wait for it to progress to that level, please. And when you're self-examining yourself, if you're not sure, there are a lot of books there are a lot of things online that could teach you how to self-examine yourself. And if you still feel like you're very uncomfortable doing that, have a nurse, your doctor do that for you. Make sure that you also pat towards your, on the top of your breast, like the almost close to your collarbone sometimes, and make sure that you really press really deep, because even though I found a little lump, when I went for my mammogram, they found out, and then they did like a ultrasound, and they found out that there was another solid mass, like right on the top of my chest here. You would actually think it's like a collarbone, but it's not. So just to be sure, and also make sure that you go round your nipple, because sometimes some of those lumps could hide around your nipple. So make sure that you pay very, very close attention carefully and move in a circular motion, just to make sure that you don't leave anything while you're doing your self-examination, okay? And like I said, I'm gonna keep you all updated on how my mammogram / biopsy went in my next video. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe, share, like, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye bye.